Hi guys, it's been a really exciting week, comic book wise and also Star Wars news wise. So let's get started with this week's one. We're going to do All Ages Comics is going to be a gateway this week. So the first comic I'm going to introduce, the gateway comic All Ages, Princeless. This is fantastic. This is a take on sort of the fairy tale of, sort of the handsome prince rescuing the princess. This is basically the princesses rescuing themselves. So it's basically a great sort of girl power, all ages comic to read. It's really, really awesome. The second one I would recommend for Gateway Comic is Cowboy. Cowboy is very interesting, written by Nate Crosby. It's basically a 10-year-old boy who's a bounty hunter, and all of his family are really, really bad, and he's basically rounding up his family and collecting the bounty on his family members. And you never quite know whether this is something that's actually happening or whether it's something that's just in his imagination. But either way, it is really, really cool. Cowboy. It's fantastic. I really recommend this as an all-age comic. And this week's new release, I'm sure you all remember how very excited I was about this coming back. Secret Six! Look at that. That beautiful love thing. Secret Six on the front of the comic again. Oh. Okay, so if you haven't read Secret Six before, the good news is that really doesn't matter, because none of it is the same. The characters aren't the same, the storylines aren't the same. It's basically just a whole reboot. And it's got Black Alice in it. Black Alice is friggin' awesome, and she's in this comic. So this is just the first issue that's come out this week. It's basically just started off as Catman has been knocked out and chucked in a big metal box with the rest of the Secret Six. So basically they've all just been thrown together and told that they have to figure out the answer to the question, what is the secret? That's the question they get asked, and they get told that if they don't answer that question, one of them gets killed, and they have to decide which one of them is going to get killed. And at the very end of this comic, the countdown has run out and they don't have the answer. So, written by Gail Simone, who is just, I love her sense of humour. She's just, I can't, how do I describe the sense of humour of Gail Simone? Freaking fantastic. She's very, very funny. I can't think of a word to sort of adequately describe the way it is, but Secret Six. It's a chance to get on board with it. My gateway comic. Having read it now with the reboot, you know what? I would still say that it's a fantastic gateway comic. So get into it. Secret Six. Awesome. So that is the comics for this week. If you live in Melbourne in Australia, I would direct you to go to All Star Comics on Lonsdale Street. And if you are in Sydney area, I would recommend that you go to the Phantom Zone, Horde Place in Parramatta. Both of those comic book stores are awesome, and if you want to buy either of those comics, or any of those comics, they will take really good care of you. So that's it for the comic books this week. So now we're going to go on to the news. So the cast lineup for the Suicide Squad has been confirmed. Jared Leto is going to play the Joker. Will Smith is going to be Deadshot. I don't even know what to say, just because everybody was going on about how crap Heath Ledger was going to be as a Joker, and just look how that turned out. So my initial feeling of Jared Leto as the Joker is he's got a really, really fantastic act to follow. He's going to have a hard job living up to that. That's all I can say about that. He's going to have a hard job living up to what Heath Ledger left behind. As for Will Smith as Deadshot, slightly confused because I don't remember Deadshot being black. But you know what? That's okay. Just okay, I'm going to reserve my judgment about Will Smith as Deadshot. Again, I just have to keep reminding myself that how everybody felt about Heath Ledger being the Joker, and that turned out great. So, what do I know? What do I know? Maybe Will Smith will be the fantastic Deadshot, for all I know. But I'm dubious. There you go, I said it, I'm dubious. Now you know, I'm dubious. So, the Star Wars trailer. Star Wars trailer. 88 seconds, and everybody has just dissected the crap out of that 88 seconds, haven't they? So many theories flying around about that 88 seconds. I felt a little bit disappointed. I'm going to be honest now. I felt a bit disappointed, but then again, it's like the trailer of a trailer kind of thing. So I think I just need to try and put that aside and wait for the actual proper trailer to come out, and then that's probably going to be more awesome, than the trailer of the trailer. And geez, I don't know. Are Disney watching my vlog? Hi guys, hi Disney, how you doing? Thanks for actually releasing the trailer on the interwebs, not just in the cinemas. And if you are watching, Disney people, I apologise for having flipped the bird. The double bird. Yeah, it was great that we actually got to watch it on the interwebs and not just in a very limited cinema release in North America. So, yay, Disney, hooray! Yeah, so, I mean, I only really have two theories about the Star Wars trailer. That being that I think that maybe possibly the Black Stormtrooper at the beginning could be Lando's son. I mean, could be Lando Calrissian's son. I'm going to throw that out there. It could be. That is my wild theory. The only reason because it was very interesting that Billy D. Williams has gone on record quite recently as saying he doesn't mind not being in the sequence. He doesn't mind it. But that he hoped that Lando would have kids and the kids might be in the movie. Now, that was a very specific thing for him to have said. So that's what's made me think of that guy at the beginning. Maybe that is Lando's son. That would be cool if Lando can't be in it. And believe me, I'm disappointed that Lando's not in it because I have a huge crush on Lando. Huge crush. Everybody else mooning over Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. None of that for me. No. He was smooth. Lando Calrissian's so smooth. So if he can't be in it, then it'd be fantastic if, son of Lando was in it. That'd be really cool. My other theory is that the woman on the speeder bike, I think she might be one of Han and Leia's kids. Because apparently they're completely disregarding everything that went on in books. All those books that were written after the end of the Star Wars movies. All those books, so many books, so much sort of, and all of that is now just not non-canonical anymore. Just like with a wave of the hand, it's just you can always disregard all of that, guys. None of that matters anymore. It just doesn't count. Who knows? It could be anything. They're always just wide open for anything to happen with those movies. And you know what? Even though I'm disappointed in the trailer of the trailer, I'm still excited about the movie. Okay, so that's going to be all from me this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Please do subscribe.